Hello, hello, and welcome back for another self-fulfilling prophecy of doom in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM, The Long War. And let last episode be a lesson, kids. Don't do as I say or do as I do because I'm a goddamned idiot. I was very brash and definitively overconfident last episode because we faced off against a small UFO with only 9 aliens on it. And then I started playing like a crazy asshole and ultimately ended up narrating a documentary about what happens when you play like a crazy asshole. And in case you didn't see last episode, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it for you. What happens when you play like a crazy asshole is that bloody Mary Stewart winds up back in the hospital with a melted face for like the 5th or possibly 6th time, dropping her willpower to the point where her psychic powers now are pretty much all but useless. I think she's down under 50. Bloody Mary, so she's at 51 now with her new, most recent grave wound. Fantastic. Yeah, it's brilliant. Silver lining, though. There is a silver lining to the situation, and that is that it does open up a new romantic interest for Gertrude Stein. I mean, also possibly maybe a Wendy Williams guest appearance as well. Women without faces and a women with Dick Butkus faces who love them. Yeah, that could totally be a thing. I could see that as a topic on Wendy Williams. I would have said Geraldo. It'd be like on Geraldo, women without faces and the women without faces who love them. But that's probably pretty dated. I mean, I'm an old guy, so the Geraldo thing still makes sense to me. But like Geraldo's a Fox News guy now. He doesn't host a talk show where people hit him in the face with a chair anymore. Personally, I think he was better off doing the chair thing, but that's just me. Russia wants weapon fragments. Well, Russia, you know what? I think I can spare them, so sure, here you go. Enjoy those. That's fun. And it's a terror mission. Of course it is. United Kingdom, assault carrier. What does our interceptor situation look like? You know, if we had Poacher York available, I mean, we don't. He's down for 6 days because he's busy poaching an egg and it exploded in his face, thus causing no end of mockery and laughter in the barracks. But yeah, we can't do anything. We just gotta let this one land. All right, then. I mean, we could go assault an alien base in Brazil, but that seems like a terrible idea when there's a terror mission on the way. Oh, the lads up to Edinburgh. Oh, they're getting attacked, eh? That was like Canadian, Irish, Australian. That was just a polyglot accent of awful, and I apologize for it. It's okay, laddie. It'll be all right. The Irish brogue is a wee bit tough to impersonate at times. Anyway. Terror mission. How do we want to handle this? No. Is Jules Verne available? I wouldn't mind taking... Our terror missions have become so absolutely clustered and awful that honestly I'm starting to get to the point where I think Rocketeers may legitimately have one job, which is to just go on a terror mission that has 40 aliens on it. Yeah, fuck it. I hate myself enough. We took J. Robert on our last terror mission, I think, and other than shooting one of his own soldiers in the back with a rocket for some minimal damage, I suppose he did okay. I mean, sure, there was the whole shot one of my own men in the back thing, but you gotta expect some level of catastrophic failure when you take a man like J. Robert Oppenheimer on a mission. I mean, it's gonna happen. You just gotta prepare for it. Let's get ourselves a decent sniper as well. What's our engagement zone look like? Roadway, a corridor with numerous vehicles. Alright, well, it's the same one it always is that I hate with no cover, so that'll be fun. Alright, John Wayne, let's get you loaded out. You are not an officer, which is why we're taking the Duke on this one, so let's get the Duke here. Nothing fancy. Seraph armor, a little plasma sniper rifle, let's get him sorted. Let's go for the standard sort of loadout, just a scope and an alloy bipod, and Duke's locked and loaded. High capacity mags is probably fine. Gunner. Well, our gunner options are getting extremely limited because, fuck me, I can't keep my gunners out of the goddamn hospital. I'll just run them around and get them shot in the face over and over and over because I'm an idiot. We've got the Good Time Girl, Shock Attack Zulu, Horatio Hornblower Nelson, Thomas. You know what? Let's take St. Thomas More on this one. He is max level now, and more importantly, he is psychically active, and that's something I really feel like we're gonna need. So Aegis armor for Sir Thomas, Gauss machine gun, because I think our plasma dragoon is in the shop for repairs. You know, that mechanic. Can't express my love for that game mechanic enough. Really, I can't. Huge fan. Huge. Scope. Yeah, let's not do anything crazy. Just a scope, armor-piercing ammo, and our standard variety shadow device, because if terror missions have taught us anything lately, it's that we're gonna have to have a fucking shadow device, if not one, possibly two. Double assaults, yeah, that's gonna be a thing that definitely goes, but we also need a medic and an engineer. A scout, too. Atlas King? Man, I really want to take Atlas King. The problem with Atlas King is he's already capped on Psychic EXP. Ava, don't cry Perone. Do you have mind control, Ava Perone? If you have mind control, we're taking Ava Perone. You do? You do. Alright, let's take Ava Perone then. She can still get some more Psychic EXP, whereas Atlas King is capped. Also, I'm a little tenuous about taking Atlas King on, like, dangerous missions for fear that he might get injured. I really don't want my Atlas King hurt. I needs my Atlas King. I need him. I need him the way the ocean needs the storm, or the desert needs the rain, or the flower needs the honeybee. Basically, I want him to fuck me, is what I'm saying, but yeah. Neuroregulator. Where's my mind shield? Excuse me? There it is. So, neuroregulator, mind shield, and... what's the other thing we've been giving these guys? A motion tracker lately? I think it has been a motion tracker. Which is fine. We could go with the cognitive enhancer. You know what? Screw the motion tracker or walker servos. They're both good. Let's just go with walker servos, actually. I think that'll be fine. A little extra speed for Ava Prone. We did kit her out with a shotgun. Alternatively, we could give her an arc thrower. Tangible benefits to the arc thrower as well. You know what? I am going to go with an arc thrower, and there's a particular reason why I'm going to do this. I've been thinking, we do get to take 10 people into the Temple Ship Assault, and it has occurred to me that we don't have quite as many plasma weapons as I might like for our Temple Ship Assault, specifically because we're probably going to take 2 gunners. So I've been thinking about making an assault, like a mobility plasma weapon, and in order to do that, we will need some more alien rifles. So let's take an arc thrower, just in case. Just like a little backup chance, little Hail Mary. This is a terror mission, so it's probably monumentally stupid, and we probably won't get a chance to use it, but I would still feel a little more comfortable for having it. Wow, what's the deal with all of our medics being shitty? Typhoid Mary's down for 4 days. Ernie Shack's back in a day. Oh, Bam Margera is in a tube. Alright then. So we got some people going in for a little gene mods. Looks like some gene mods are chewing up a little medic time. That's fine. We've got Jesus and we got Joseph the Cleaner Lister. Joe is capped on Psychic EXP, so theoretically he might be interested in our next tube slot. Let's just take the Son of God. Jesus, pile in, pal. Little Titan armor for you, buddy. Sure, plasma rifle will be fine. Motion tracker for you. Nothing fancy with Jesus' loadout here. We're just gonna go sort of standard operating procedure when it comes to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Turning the other cheek technically is standard operating procedure for Jesus, but he's a little more aggressive in this incarnation. This is a new millennium kind of Jesus. He's a little more in your face, man. Gunner, assault, engine. We need an engineer. We got Nikola Tesla. Really, all we need our engineer to be capable of doing on this mission is just carrying a shadow device, and anything else they might do, sort of gravy. Tandem warheads or bombard. I'm thinking we want to go with bombard on this mission, so you know what? That puts Madam Curie out. I think that the Madman has... Nikola Tesla, you do have bombard, not tandem warheads, right? You do. All right, you're the man for the job, then. Little Aegis armor for you. You know what? With a 14-foot speed, actually, Nikola, I'm gonna give you Titan armor, man. I'm gonna give you the Titan. Alien grenades, that's got you good there. And the old shadow device, of course. Your primary function, despite the fact that whipping grenades is really useful, primary function for you is still going to be the shadow device. That's got you taken care of. And then it's just team assault, team assault. Teddy and the bench. Oh, Teddy and the bench are back in action. Well, we're not going to not take Teddy and the bench on a terror mission. I mean, we're not going to do that. So, a little Titan armor. Where's our reflex cannons here, guys? There it is. Reflex cannon, and we're not bucking convention here. Shredder ammo, breaching ammo, walker servos. Teddy and the Bench Fridays on NBC just got canceled. If you want to see Teddy and the Bench, you'll have to go to the USA Network, where it's Teddy and the Bench Detective Agency. Teddy and the Bench have moved, retired, and by that I mean kicked off the force for massive corruption and huge exploitation and extortion schemes. Now they've opened their own private investigation business down in the dank Everglades swamps. Do Teddy and the bench have what it takes to take on some of the America's Wang's toughest criminals? You'll find out. Thursdays on USA. Teddy and the bench. Investigate this. I like investigate this. That should definitely be the name of a cop show. Shredder ammo. All right, you're good. Teddy and the bench are sorted, and that's the whole team. Let's do it. Off we go. Investigate this. Thursdays on USA Network. Teddy and the bench. I'd say they're cops, except they're not cops anymore.
For landing.
They're licensed to carry firearms in the state of Florida, which I'm not even sure you need a license in the state of Florida. I think you can just, like, carry.
The next deployment site is in the UK. We've had a stream of reports indicating
Operation Dying Empire in the United Kingdom. Jesus, Bradford. Staunch indictment of colonialist practices much? Good Lord, Bradford. That's just fucking flagrant, sir. Man, Bradford, you're not really down with the whole, let's rule the entire big chunks of the entire world. The sun never sets on this empire, not in Bradford's book. Sun's all the way down because the empire is dead. Bradford hates the UK. Fucking confirmed, British. Take it out of Bradford, not me. This didn't come from me. I didn't make it up. I didn't name this mission.
Central, strike one is
all right, yep. It's the map I hate and the starting spot I hate probably second most. At least we didn't start in the literally no cover ever spot, so I mean we got that going for us. Yeah, there are civilians in the AO and probably none of them are getting rescued, Bradford. And I mean that sincerely, probably literally none of them. So there's a pod right here. Can we see a civilian anywhere? Alright, so there's one there. One there. So that's those two, which means we have aliens. Like, there's an alien in this tile, I think. Actually, there's almost certainly an alien in those tiles because we can't step into it. Interesting. Who's faster? Give me somebody faster. Give a prone, you're really fast. We could run up there, save a civilian, and pop the entire world with Ava Perón. That would be, well, tantamount to suicide and tragedy. I think we're gonna have to pop this pod this turn. I don't like it, but yeah, we're gonna have to do it. There's really no move that was gonna get us a location where we didn't pop them. The fact that it's chrysalids is a huge benefit for us. So that, as strange as this may sound to say, that was actually a lucky pod activation for us. Fairly lucky. All right, we got Jesus, we got the bully, J. Robert. I think definitely what we need to do here is go ahead and just whack these guys. We're going to start things off with a nice little Nikola Tesla grenade. So let's not try anything tricky. And honestly, Tesla doesn't even need to be able to see these guys because he can throw this grenade up and over. So let's just put him in a location. He has no line of sight to the enemy. This is not a problem for a man like Nikola Tesla who realizes that the vertical plane exists and can throw a grenade up and over, unlike his somewhat less reliable friend who chooses to use a rocket, which only travels in straight lines. Nikola Tesla encouraging our enemies to have some, and they indeed add a little. The Duke's probably just gonna go Skyborn. John Wayne's gonna go take some shots here. Let's bring the shame that is J. Robert Oppenheimer over here. How far afield is this rocket gonna go if we shoot it? The answer is, alright, so we can't do that. It's not, one, he doesn't have a fantastic angle, two, he's very likely to hit Sir Thomas More. So the better use of Oppenheimer's time is probably going to be the command. And that's even if we only command him to have Tesla throw another friggin' grenade, which, you know what? We may just do. I mean, that just may straight up be the right move right now. Yeah, let's just do that. Go ahead, another command here, Oppenheimer. Give me a bonus move. We're gonna have Tesla whip another grenade. This is using 2 of Tesla's grenades really early in the mission, which definitely has some drawbacks, but it's also gonna kill like 3 of these guys. So it's a trade-off I'm comfortable accepting. Aha, suck it. Exploding cars still work for us too. It's not just all aliens that get exploding cars. Sometimes we get to take advantage of that mechanic too. Suck it, aliens. All right, little Ava Perón probably can go in the zone here. And in the event that this move spawns another pod, which it didn't, and for which I'm thankful, but in case it did, Ava would have been able to get the hell out of Dodge too. Even if we had some itchy trigger tentacle guys on lightning reflexes. Or on Overwatch, rather. That cannot critical. Okay, well, that's very unexpected. We could engineer a situation here where St. Thomas More gets a kill. If we can drop this guy down to 1 health, Oh, never mind. Ava Perón's just gonna straight up shoot him in the mouth. All right, well, that's fine. We would like to let Ava Perón reload if at all possible. So, Jesus, I'm gonna have you double move to here, champ. I don't really think we're gonna need you to do any shooting, so if we don't need the gun, let's not set you up where we might consider using a gun. So take a crack, hit and run. That's fine. We're actually not gonna use his hit and run action, nor Ava Perón's if we can avoid it. How much more time for this man? 15% chance. Well, I mean, Psychic EXP is Psychic EXP. It's not like you were gonna do anything else. You didn't need to reload or anything, which we might have considered. The Duke is just gonna get Skyborn. Yeah, all right, come on, John Wayne. I mean, I know you want to be an airborne ranger, and you were a fighting CB. I can't take that away from you, so you know a thing or two about aerial combat. Fighting CBs, by the way, fantastic movie. Air Force, World War II, fighter pilots, real good, real good. The Duke knows a thing or two about aerial combat, is what I'm trying to get at with the whole fighting CBs thing. You know who else knows a thing or two about airborne combat? Yeah, Thurgood Marshall. And the things he knows, though, strictly limited to, like, FCC regulations and the jurisdiction thereof by the federal government, and what rights the government has to restrict private enterprise in their travels through the sky. Homeboy sat in on an FCC, or FAA? FAA, not FCC. Anyway, FAA. He sat in on an FAA docket one time. TWA tried to sue the federal government for limiting. I'm totally making this up, by the way. It's bullshit. It may have happened, but if it is, I'm correct entirely by accident. The best possible way to be correct, but still. Hey, civilians, thanks for running towards the aliens like dick faces, by the way. I mean, you can see us over here, civilians. You know that XCOM has arrived, and that typically once we have arrived, our sole purpose is to try and save the day, and yet you continue to run away from salvation. I'm telling you, these civilians, it's like they don't want to be saved. They don't want to be saved. All right, Jesus. I mean, you're probably not really going to do anything. Could you rescue this civilian? You can. And you can do it without popping a pod, which is fine. Also, it gives us a good idea of where all the aliens are, and there's a big blob of them right up in this zone. So we're going to want to try and avoid that. Let's see if we can position ourselves to engage them, not this turn, but next turn. And we do have a path of approach that will work for a respectably large number of our team. So let's bring Ava Perón over here. And just in case we pop them, I'm not going to have anybody go on Overwatch or anything early. And in fact, I'm definitely going to use less than my full available move, just out of a sort of conservation standpoint. This should not pose any particular problem vis-a-vis spawning aliens. Good. Alright, so the bench has got to get his... You know what? We could go for another rescue here with the bench. This is a little aggressive, and I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, god damn you. I hate pathing so... Oh, God. You're so lucky you didn't just bench yourself, you piece of crap. You piece of garbage. Oh, you should have died. You should have died. You should be dead right now, Marshall. You should be a dead man. You should be a dead man. Oh, you unspeakably lucky fucker. Really looking forward to XCOM 2 and the sort of custom pathing that is available. Very worried that will spawn a pod simply if we peek around that, so you know what? I'm not even going to take the chance. Don't Cry Perón comes around over to the side. St. Thomas More, you know, he's probably good. I mean, he's definitely, I say he's probably good, and he's definitely not good. But I can't afford to really move him much. Jay Roberts taking up the prime shooter spot. There's no better cover. If this truck explodes, by the way, I'm going to be unspeakable. It's going to blow up. Yeah, it's okay. I should have probably... Don't explode this turn, truck. All right, truck. Negotiation time. I am prepared to offer you my eternal gratitude if you choose to not explode this turn, and instead wait for a subsequent turn when I have had a chance to move all of my units away from you. Or did that already explode? The engine looks busted. Maybe it's already blown up. I would really like a better visual indicator on whether a vehicle has or has not exploded. Clearly, it either has not yet exploded or is... Alright, we're in Risk City. How many civilians died that turn? A bunch, like 3. Also, is this one not rescued? I'm pretty sure we rescued that person. Where is Jesus? Hey, Jesus, buddy. I need your eyes in the sky. You, as a triune God, you see all, you know all. I mean, you're basically the Santa Claus of deities. You know when we're sleeping, you know when we're awake, you know if we've been bad or good, so we better be good for goodness sake. Could use a little of that right now, in fact. I kind of want to have Ava Perón throw a battle scanner, but I also kind of don't want to have her throw a battle scanner. This truck is definitely exploded. The aliens are in a really, really strange position. Yeah, you know what? I need a bat. I was afraid of that. Okay, well, this is not good, but it's not the worst possible thing that has ever happened either. Because Ava Perón has mind control, we've got options here. 88% is solid. Is that a floater? It's a heavy floater. We got 3 heavy floaters, most of which are fairly close. But that ethereal is a significant problem. If I have to get one of these units, I would really rather it be the Muton Elite. So you know what? I'm taking him. 88%. Don't fail me, Ava Perón. Beautiful. Alright, so Ava Perón is spawned the entire fucking map. That's what she's done. So that's god-awful. I continuously, wow, getting really framey here. Continuously forget that that does that. Like, in 100% of cases, I forget that. That was monumentally stupid. I mean, that guy's dead for sure. He's not gonna survive the turn. We know that. We're in a real box of shit, though. Oh, this is god. Also, how many fucking aliens are on the screen right now, by the way? Just out of curiosity. 1, 2, all right, so let's do a quick count here, because these missions are really getting fucking stupid. 4, 5, so what do we got? 3, 5, 10, like 15, 16, 17 double cyber discs in the back, by the way. That's fucking beautiful. So we have 17 aliens active, and this has got to be, what, 20, almost all of which have at least 20 health, so we're looking at probably 400 health worth of enemies. Yeah, that's not at all salt-inducing. Can you shoot at anything other than chrysalids? The answer is no. Well, I mean, now is arguably the right time for love, if we're gonna get any love out of J. Robert Oppenheimer. And I realize this does leave him probably next to a vehicle that is also probably going to explode. And that this shot is going to kill some civilians, but you know what? I don't really have a whole lot of options here. If we aim this high, are we still hitting everyone? No, because that thing is just as tall as it is. Alright, can we get that close, guy? I'd prefer to not hit my own stolen Muton if possible. Can we avoid that? Nope. Well, I mean, I do want to shred these guys. It's useful. I don't want to shred the Muton because I want him to have as much survivability as we can possibly get him. That looks... You know what's going to scatter anyway. This doesn't even matter. Just fucking do it. Fire the stupid rocket, Oppenheimer. Thanks for shoving it right in his mouth. That was fucking genius, Jay. Nice work, Oppenheimer. Nice fucking work. Just right in his gob. He's like, the one guy we would prefer to not kill. That's the guy I'm gonna shoot right in the fucking mouth. That's the guy who gets it in the face. Hit number 1, 12 damage, pretty good. Alright, so St. Thomas More scores a kill. That's good. Tesla, with your bombard ability, son, I'm tempted to have you throw grenades, but we're probably going to need a shadow device as well. Who has our other one? Jesus does. How many of these guys are on Overwatch? Basically all of them. How stupid an idea is running out into the open unless we kill all the chrysalids? Reasonably. So other than Ava Perón, who has vision on? I mean, we have to shadow device though. We can't not. Alright, so Jesus, we can't have you move first, but we need to know where everybody can get to and still sort of participate in a fight. And the answer is we're not going to be able to really move terribly far. So we bring Tesla forward, we're going to have him throw... I mean, we're going to have him try and get whatever he can get with a grenade here. These chrysalids, oddly enough, are actually the bigger threat. We're going to want to try and take them out if we can so they don't charge us. Anything that might charge us and reveal... Drop our cloak. Anything that might do that is something that definitely needs to go. So we've got to focus on those guys when we can. Jesus is going to be dropping our Shadow device, so let's just take old Jesus. We're going to put him, I think, here. Seems reasonable, and he does nothing else. You're shitting me. Alright, well, the Son of God, saving by the grace of God, and pretty much only by the grace of God. Lucky your dad's a deity, man. So, we've got a lot of potential hit-and-run shots, but we also need to be in the zone. We gotta be in the area for Jesus' grenade. We've got so many enemies on the screen. We do have the Duke, who's probably gonna be on cleanup duty for the chrysalids. So we've got those tiles available to us. Not as big an array of potential locations as I might have hoped for, but it might be just enough to get the job done. So the old bench is going to come over here. We're going to have him try and pick off a chrysalid or two. First off, this guy, definitely our primary concern because he has lightning reflexes. Fantastic miss. That's exactly what we needed. Go ahead and whiff on an 83. That's fucking brilliant. Guys, we got to do better than these high percentage misses. I understand that 83% does mean that like 1 in 6 times we're still gonna miss, but it's an unacceptable failure rate, people. Unacceptable. 75% and a shred. We're gonna follow that up because again, this chrysalid is. Oh, I shot the wrong thing. All right, well that was monumentally stupid. Well, John Wayne, please save me from my own stupidity. How injured is that guy? Can't tell. There are 2 chrysalids there. No, there are 3 chrysalids there. If they can't see us, though, theoretically, they should run... Alright, well, let's kill this guy, because he's the closest. And we are near a civilian. But theoretically, these guys... You know what? I don't even want to use precise shot, because we're not going to need it. These guys should run towards a civilian. We're completely porked. We're not going to be able to kill enough of these chrysalids. They're going to run up and reveal us. We're dicked. If we eat a rift here, this is possibly a campaign ender if we eat a rift. Alright, take the shot. We have to kill the chrysalids first. They're still the priority. And if they come close enough to reveal us, we will hit close encounters. Alright, Jesus, let's just cross our fingers. You know what, Jesus? I'd say rub some prayer beads, but arguably you're the person who those beads would be oriented towards, so I'm just gonna entreat you. Please, use your magical deity powers and get me through this turn. We do have the Muton. Forget that. You're ignoring our Muton buddy and just going straight for the civilian, huh? I mean, alright. Yep, so we've saved 2 civilians, and it looks like that's gonna be it, because the whole map is active. All these guys are gonna do is shoot at civilians. They will take literally no other actions. Yep. See, these guys are going back to kill what few civilians lingered this way. Also, considering the alien density on the map, I'd really like to point out that the civilians' choice to run towards the aliens and away from XCOM early, I mean, this indicates that those people wanted to die. They definitely did not want to be alive anymore. They were like, nah, it's fine, just, we don't want to live anymore. We've had enough of this world and all of the things and bitterness that it brings, and I'm comfortable with all of us being dead. Yep, we're completely... Oh, please stop. Oh, kill him. Please kill that civilian. Thank God no more chrysalids will come this way. Okay, that's good. That's good. Nope, nope, stay away, you fucking dick. That's right, eat that guy. You stay away from the delicious Theodore Roosevelt and Thurgood Bench Marshall, and you eat this helpless person who very clearly was already hopeful that their time on this earth was at an end. I mean, they wanted to die. Teddy, the Bench don't want to be dead yet. The Bleh and the Bench, they want to live. They're choosing life. They don't want to be dead. No one has shot at our Muton. That's what happens when I open my trenchant mouth. You mind frayed him? Alright, I mean, that's an unusual choice, but sure. Heavy floater taking a poke at our Muton captive with a big whiff, I'd like to point out. Miss is huge. I mean, he's not going to survive the turn. Holy shit, now he's suppressed too. They've got multiple people suppressing him. Is the AI showing some reluctance to kill their pal here? That guy shot a civilian in the face. It seems like the AI is maybe showing a little reluctance to kill their own units. Have they turned over a new leaf, the AI? Is this a kinder, gentler alien invasion force? I mean, really, only time's gonna tell on that one. And you know what? I think time's gonna have to tell on that one next episode, because this one is gonna take a considerable length of time to dig our fucking way out of. We still have like 20 aliens active on the map, and the episode's already just a little over a half hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section, of course. And if you'd like to, you know, support the channel, it doesn't really mean a lot to me. If you want to see the thrilling conclusion to this, including whether or not the AI continues their new, kinder, gentler strategy with regard to mind-controlled foes, I consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, I'm gonna go watch that Geraldo thing with the two chicks without faces who are in love. Because, I mean, that's just my kind of fucked up. It really is. I'll see you again soon.